1410 ESPN Radio.
Everybody's talking all this stuff about me. I don't know. Just let me live. Well, I don't need permission. Make my own decisions. It's my prerogative.
It's my prerogative.
I can do what I want to do.
Hey, remember I sent you that one sheet for that concert?
I'm going.
Is Bobby Brown on there?
Bobby Brown is over there, and I'm going.
Remember when he said he was the king of R&B?
He sure did. That was a long time ago. He was on that crack.
He's the king of R&R. He hasn't had an album.
Research and recovery.
Rusted and Recreation. That cat hasn't had an album since what?
Since Moby Dick
89?
What
was that? I think his biggest thing was like Ghostbusters. That was the last big thing, right?
Oh,
Yeah, that was a good tune, though. Real good. I hope they do it.
Is it Ghostbusters 2 or 1?
It's 2.
It's 2.
Because 2 had that one, and then they had the Run DMC remix of the theme, which I think the original phenomenal classic. But what is it with Run DMC remix?
They're so underrated.
The Ghostbusters remix and the DX remix.
Hey,
Man.
Ooh, Christmas in Hollis.
Oh, man.
It's about that time.
Oh,
You know what else time it is?
What we got to do?
We got to tell the streets.
We back up. We back up.
Don't do that like Sabu. You'll top over.
Oh, God. I hate wrestling. That's why I quit. Because I hate it. But this still pays the bills. So I'm still here. Because I hate it. But I've got an exciting announcement before we get into it. Before we get into Kev's Cheese and Wine Party 2.0. We're going to talk about things. You know what? Let's just freewheel it. Because I'm sure we'll get into some really, good, bad, ugly stuff. Next week, I'm very excited about this. I'm happy to announce it right now. Next week on the show, I've always wanted to talk to a local referee. It's real tough to put like Joe Lopez down, like pin him down because he's so busy. But we got Tyler Crow, who's going to be on the show next week to talk to us about refereeing matches. He's refereed thousands of matches. He's been on TV. He's trained at OVW. Joe Lopez is God tier.
It is a little bit easier to get a hold of Lopez these days because all the Hooters are going out of business.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Someone sent me a video. I know we're not talking about this. Is it true that they took Hooters in Cincinnati and just sailed it down the river away from everybody? That's true.
They did.
When they closed it, they like snapped it off the dock and just sailed away.
That's amazing.
You know what's pretty good? Replaced it is that Twin Peaks place. It's kind of the same gimmick, but the food's really good.
Way better.
Oh my God.
Really good. I mean, the ambiance, of course, is good, but the food's even better.
Always got another ambiance.
But we're back here. I'm half drunk. Kev is never drunk, and Sarge has never had a drink in his life.
I feel great.
You feeling good?
But something bad happened today before I came here.
Okay, what happened?
I had to put away a pair of shoes.
Oh, what?
A pair of Air Raids. I was going to bust them out there tonight. A nice pair of Air Raids. I have like 7 different pair.
You
remember the Tim Hardaway?
Yeah.
I went to get them out, and the composite foam that is like underneath the soles,
dry rot,
like disintegrated.
Dry rot.
So you can't even fix them.
That's the bad part about getting older shoes.
I've worn these things 5 times.
That's awful.
25 years.
Well, we'll go on.
Yep.
Kev. We're at Cheese and Wine 2.0. Usually we're very positive. We uplift people. We uplift the wrestling business. But the last 2 weeks, such is not the case. We're talking about things that we hate. Kev, we don't want to do it no more. Kev, talk about something you hate about wrestling.
Okay, I wanna. Man, I love wrestling.
We love wrestling.
I don't. Now, my thing is, I want to go to a live show. I don't want to sell my left kidney to go to a show.
What is that now?
TKO. What is the deal with y'all ticket brands? Who are y'all catering to?
Did you try to get SmackDown tickets for Cincinnati?
My wife did. She had a
How much were they?
nice little deal for them. I want to say we was up at like almost like upper second.
Yep.
But I think she spent like a good 200, I believe.
For both?
Yeah.
That's not that. That's not the worst.
It's
Yeah,
about,
it's
it's about
not-
double what they were last
But
year.
you're
Probably 2
those-
years ago.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
the last, when I followed the ticket pricing for that SmackDown, they've only sold like 6,000 tickets so far. And that thing's what, 2 weeks away?
I mean, so yeah,
Like-
2 weeks away.
Why? The
Yeah.
wrestling audience is not the NFL audience. It's not it's not the UFC audience. What do you think they're trying to do here, and why?
They are catering to the rich people, like the Triple H's, and the people that always got like a whole bunch of money. I think this is the thing I miss about Vince. When Vince was running this whole thing, it was catered to families to come to the show. I saw a flyer a couple of days ago. It was an old flyer that the WWF had.
Yeah.
WWF at the Hair Arena. $12, $9 per ticket. Try doing that now.
$12 doesn't even get you a hot dog and a pack of cotton candy.
No.
The packet of air, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
$12. And
What do you think about this, Sarge?
Without going into a big soliloquy here, TKO is gearing up to sell.
Disney?
I don't know. I think they are accumulating as much money as they possibly can and building
that
this,
market cap up?
and building that way they can tell everybody this is how much this thing draws. And then the minute it starts to not draw that anymore, they'll put it on the market for sale. And what are the numbers going to look like? They're going to look astronomical. Because now when you're presenting this to a buyer, you're going to say, well, here's our numbers. Any business, when you go to sell it, the first thing they ask, if you go to get a loan to buy someone else's business, what are the numbers?
That's a very good and astute observation. I guess the biggest next follow-up question to this is, as I take a drink, is it going to be the Saudis?
It could be.
it could be because
That's a test.
it seems like they got all the money in the world right now. I mean, you see WrestleMania and all that stuff is going over the
That's a test.
Yeah, it's going to be a test.
So, do they move the whole company over there?
They probably should move. They probably going to move like a wing over there.
How would that work, though, from a talent booking standpoint?
They all have to move.
I wouldn't want to go there.
No.
Can you imagine having that the women's division, and then like living under Sharia law?
Yeah.
And I'm not being a jerk. Like they've opened it up. I remember the first Saudi show. They literally were folks. They were literally wrestling in like a burqa.
Yeah, they were.
Like they had the head wrap and everything. Now it just has to be a full one. It just has to be a one piece.
Mhm.
It could be skin tight, like Jade Cargill's Awesome Storm
Yeah.
here. But like, I mean, can you imagine like Rhea Ripley walking down the street in Saudi Arabia with her
Oh, my
tattoos
God.
and her
But see,
piercings?
here's the thing. They're such big stars
Yeah.
that their society is making exceptions for the rules for the talent. Now, 10 years from now, when they come desensitized to the starstruckness of it, then will they allow them to just walk the street?
I don't
Or
know.
will the rules change completely? Or will they build a whole community for just them to live in? Where it's like it's a subsidy of the
Like a safe zone.
yes,
Like
a sanctuary type place where they can
I
live.
can't even believe this is the world we're living in.
I can't believe we're having this conversation, but what else are they doing? What else are they gearing up for?
It would only make sense to sell to Disney.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying too.
Because with Disney, it's like, okay, you're here, you're in the United States, but then you have the money of Disney, and Disney can put you on Disney Plus, and they're able to create physical halls of fame in the Disney parks. That's more advantageous than to send everybody to Saudi
The
Arabia.
current ESPN deal
Mhm.
is already deemed a failure.
Yeah. I heard
That
that.
will be the reason that Disney does not buy it.
You think so?
Yeah, that's who owns ESPN. They're not
I
gonna.
know that, but like, do you think it's like that bad?
Oh, it's bad.
Oh, this is real bad.
It's bad. It's they're hitting 5 to 10% of what their expected numbers were. 5 to 10%, not 50%. they're 5 to 10% of where they thought they'd be already on this thing. They have a lot of ground to make up.
Hey, they were saying that WrestlePalooza was
Yeah.
not a draw.
And if their own ESPN analysts were on bashing the WrestlePalooza show on ESPN,
So
that's a bad look. In the hood, they used to say you're wet.
Mm-hmm.
They're wet.
It's like, do you think it's like I said, where it was like they just underestimated the audience now?
Yeah, they got oversold.
Oh, yeah.
They got oversold on it.
On paper, it's kind of a good deal, but it's a good deal for dudes like us that like sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
The most of the audience doesn't like WWE audience doesn't like sports. They like anime and furries and whatever. They don't like they don't like Monday Night Football.
Let's not forget too the fact that TKO soaked Netflix on the Raw deal.
Yeah, sure did.
And all their goal was to make as much money as they possibly could to put it in the portfolio that way. Yeah.
Market cap.
Yeah. This is a $10 billion entity. You can have it all right now for $5 billion or whatever the plan is. And then they can overinflate the value and then dump it.
It's an inconceivable notion, almost, even though it's a reality, that SmackDown and Raw can be canceled in the next 5 years.
Ain't that something?
Somebody would pick it up.
Somebody would buy it.
Somebody would buy it. Somebody would come in, and it might even be somebody like USA, which is owned by who now?
NBCU.
There you go. It can be somebody like that. Come back in and say, hey, listen, you need us now because you've unscrewed everybody else and emptied their pockets. Let's talk realistic numbers and let's get this thing on. Or somebody like an Amazon Prime.
Amazon, I could see.
Let's see, Amazon, they just laid off 14,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
So are they sitting as pretty as they once were?
They're making that Lord of the Rings show for like $2 billion a season,
Pretty
right?
much,
Or whatever. Yeah. And people are kind of on the fence about that one.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be like something real dope if WWE was to get sold to Disney, and then you had like Disney World and Disneyland and all that, and then you had like a separate wing for WWE?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'd have that. They could do an actual physical Hall of Fame.
Yeah, physical Hall of Fame. I mean, like another.
You got the Star Wars,
Niagara Falls, like that. Like how they did on top of Niagara Falls.
Right.
That Star Wars hotel thing was awesome looking.
Yeah,
but they priced themselves. It was $10,000.
See,
for a family of 4 for 4 days.
Yeah.
So it's completely shut down. But from what I understand, the Star Wars attraction is still doing very well.
Oh yeah.
In general, what's it called? The Outpost or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
Galaxy Outpost.
Galaxy's Edge. That's what it's called. That's doing very well. But like the hotel was priced out. But I can see them definitely. I mean, even if they got canceled, would Disney film at the studio? Just like WCW.
Turn it into WCW.
Yeah.
You know what Kev's excited for? The big mixed tag. It'll be The Miz and Pete.
Yeah.
Versus probably Jey Uso and Mickey Mouse.
With the spinning ring.
That'll be a big mixed tag down there in the spinning ring. Studio audience 200. That'll be the main event on WWE Worldwide.
Maybe in front row.
And I read today, too, and this is kind of the other thing to play into it. They just signed Chelsea Green to a 6-year deal today. That'll make her 41. And I'm not saying that, I mean, that's unusual for a female in the business to be still in it then. But, the exception being what? Trish, Lita, Leilani Kai, maybe, Medusa.
Yeah.
They're, it's not many women who make it that far, but like, why sign her up for a 5-year deal, though, if you're going to pump and dump?
Well, that doesn't mean anything, though.
You think they're just,
it's no different than WCW. They knew they were dumping, and they were looking to sell, and they still were signing people. And
young Air Paris.
Yeah.
Air Paris. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Kev hates
the pricing of tickets.
It's terrible. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. And Ledbetter's gonna do some complaining here in a minute.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Insulate your energy cost.
Farrah and Big Kev, right here on 1410 ESPN Radio.
We are cards subject to change. I'm Big Kev. He's Big Camera. He is. So I didn't let better. We are sponsored by Carlton IG.
Yeah.
Carlton IG.
Never heard of it.
Come on.
Oh,
serious. I've never heard of it.
Oh.
Are those ones that had the weird paint designs on them?
It had the giant K on the right back pocket and then
Yes.
the little tiny script.
I have seen
Yes.
those.
But
I
it was like
have.
a huge gold K.
Yeah, I always thought that they were like somebody painted it on.
It kind of looked like that a little
Yeah.
bit. Some of them did.
But most of them, most of the outfits were like jean outfits. So you got
Canadian
like,
tuxedo from the hood.
Oh,
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
You do like a jean outfit with the t-shirt popping.
Yeah.
Then probably get some love boots or some Timberlands.
There you go.
So it's Jacques Rougeau was the rapper.
Yep.
Now he could be,
Can you imagine now?
yeah.
All American boy.
Never
Oh,
could
American
take a regular
boy.
flat back bump either.
Nope.
He really did.
Never could.
But
Kid
probably
Bump,
the toughest guy in the locker room for real.
Yeah.
What, silver medalist, golden gloves?
He knocked out.
Yeah. Like blasted him.
Dynamite
Right.
deserved that too. You want
Of course.
worse than messing with somebody's gear.
Yeah, exactly.
His ribs were too hard.
Yes.
Like
For no reason too.
right.
It was just like, oh, we're working with these guys now. We're gonna rib them. Why would you do that?
It doesn't make any sense. Like
No.
going to the bathroom in someone's gear bag. That's way too hard. of a
DX
rib.
did that to The Rock.
Yeah. And they also
He
did it
wonders
funny,
why.
right?
He wonders why The Rock doesn't like him.
We be fighting.
Old Try. He thought he
Old
was
Try.
protected
Old
by
Try.
Sean, but yeah.
We be fighting for real.
With how much gear costs and the time that goes into putting it
See, that's
together,
the thing. Yeah.
like I don't know, man. I think gear is sacred. I think the ring is sacred.
Yeah.
But I don't care anymore because it's all stupid.
And if I would have had some music in my bag, too,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh
man, what?
Wrestling dumb. What do you hate about wrestling?
I've hated it for years, and I'm going to complain about it until wrestling either goes away or changes.
Are you going to move to Saudi Arabia?
No, I'm not. But I'm not a fan of monthly pay-per-views.
Oh, okay.
I have not been for years.
So you want to go back to the 80s when they had Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Up
Up until In Your House,
Yeah.
I liked either quarterly or every other month.
Okay. So
4 to
you said-
6 pay-per-views, and then
Big Five?
do your
Yeah.
Saturday. If you want to do your Saturday night's main events in there, that's
Mhm.
fine. Do your Saturday night's main event, especially now. Make that streaming money. Soak Peacock like they do everybody else.
Oh, no doubt.
But I think the bigger the less is more. The bigger the show, the bigger the matches are. If I get to see Sheamus and Rusev every week on Raw, then I get to see it on Saturday Night's Main Event, then I get to see it on the PLE. If they have a match like we'll say a leather strap match or a chain match at, say, the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, do I really care?
Nope.
Because they've done fought for a year.
You're right about that. And here's the bigger question I want to ask you, and I won't talk much, but I want to get both your opinions.
Mhm.
Do you think that the art of writing a wrestling story is gone now? And either they don't know how to do it, or they refuse to do it, or someone else is telling them to do it a different way. Because I went back, I was going to give one example.
Mhm.
I went back and was trying to follow Becky and Lyra Valkyria, right?
Yeah.
That blow-off match was so bad. Their street fight, it was rotten. It was unwatchable. I thought it was interesting. Okay, you bind her hands or whatever.
Is that the one where she put her hands back in?
Yes.
I remember that. Yeah. Okay.
Once you're out,
Yeah.
go home.
Exactly.
Accident or not,
She put her hands back in there.
she tied herself back up.
Oh,
I thought, it's a creative idea.
yeah.
Like, I'm going to zip tie her hands together, and she's going to have to fight with the zip tie on.
Mhm.
And then maybe at some point you'll break them off or whatever for your comeback. But go ahead.
You're talking about two different things, though. You're talking about the writing portion of it, and then you're talking about the execution of it. That was an in-ring execution of it. If they would have pulled that off, you may have had a different opinion of it.
I always thought
What
it
do
was
you
regular because it seemed like once you see like the same 3 matches at like every other week, you've seen the stuff already. I don't want to see a strap match at the pay-per-view
Right.
or PLE or whatever they call it. Let's do like 3 matches to keep it moving. There's other people on the roster that's not that they catering right now. You know? They collecting a paycheck, eating and catering. They're cooling out.
You could literally nowadays with a televised wrestling show, you could have 2 guys get into it backstage, and it would further the storyline just as much as it would them having a match in the ring. And you would not bastardize the match.
It seemed like people were really into, and I thought it was well done, the internet heel turn of Kevin Owens.
Oh yeah.
That seemed like that was really clever. That was like a really good way to like use that media. Like, oh, this fan shot this footage and here's Kevin Owens attacking Cody Rhodes in the parking garage.
I think that was Try. I think that was his idea. I think it was his idea. Do something different. He's always trying to work. A lot of times he thinks he's working the people. In that case, it did work out because you got guys like Basement Mark who didn't like it.
I hated it.
Yeah. So Basement Mark, what did you like about that whole ordeal?
It's the work rate. It's terrible. Well, the work rate's terrible.
So what would happen if Will Ospreay did something like that?
Oh my gosh. Will Ospreay is the god of all gods.
So Orange Cassidy would have done the same thing?
Oh my gosh. I hate Jim Cornette.
I mean, who doesn't, but
Orange Cassidy is like Frank Gotch.
ooh wee. So that's a stretch right there.
So if you on an indie show, it's totally different because you don't have all the vignette. You could, but you
could have like a video board.
Well, pre-recorded stuff, video board. It takes a lot. It's a lot more work and a lot of.
We call that effort, I think.
Well,
right?
it is harder. I mean, you got to really, really lock down and say, here, these are the 6 promos I need tonight.
Yeah.
I don't care about the other ones of the guys sitting outside in the back of their car filming one while they're putting their gym shoes.
I prefer the shower curtain.
Give me these 6 promos, and I'll cut and edit them up, and I'll turn it into like a little after show. We used to do a 15-minute show called LSC Fallout.
Yeah,
and it furthered. If you weren't at the show, you didn't get to see everything, but you got to see at least whatever the hot angles were that were coming out of the show, and it would give you a reason to want to come to the next show.
NWF, Boston.
Yeah, it's the same concept as that. WWE is very smart about doing their YouTube clips.
Yep.
Because you don't have to watch the show.
Yeah.
But what are they showing on the YouTube clips? They're not showing necessarily the match. They're just showing the stuff that matters, like who got left laying, whose music played, who hit their finish, who got over backstage. It's not necessarily the match because it's not as important on WWE as it is in the indies. And I'm not talking about the indies that much tonight because I don't really care about it. I'm just saying I don't.
It's my okay.
Not like I don't mean that I don't care about it for tonight's show.
Care about it for tonight's show.
Yeah.
But he loves wrestling.
You remember when GTV was like the beginning of a rivalry?
Yes.
I love that so much. They need to start doing that.
And that was supposed to be Gold Dust, right?
Yeah.
And he got released before they made the reveal.
Yeah.
But you're right. The GTV thing with the closed caption camera was really good.
Because there was a whole bunch of stuff that like popped off right in there too. Like who was it? Meat and Mariano.
Oh yeah.
You got caught cheating with on Terry. Let's see, was that?
He's talking 98, 99, Attitude Era. It's Russo booking, bro.
I'll tell you another one. It worked though. Draws and puked in D'Lo Brown's bag.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was GTV.
See, and that's 2 examples right there. We're not even talking about matches.
I mean,
but you can't do stuff like that really on the indies. Not on a lower level indie. You got to at least have a video board, a production, an editing crew. You got to have some stuff. And it's hard because it's hard. You have to pay people. And I am talking about the indies, and I don't want to, but
No,
We're
but
comparing, we're
true,
comparing
though,
the
because
two.
video boards are not that expensive. I've looked into them. You can get one that is 100 inches across for like $1,200.
Yeah.
That,
Tyler said, oh, go ahead.
well, go ahead. Talk about Tyler.
Tyler said you can ask Amanda and Ripper, hunting down people for promos is a pain in the ass.
Well, but there's no excuse on that though.
Yep.
Because in the meeting, you could tell when you're going around, that's also on the agent. So when you're going around, you're giving finishes out to people, you can tell them, oh, by the way, I need you for a promo as soon as you come back through the curtain. Or I want to get one when you change and make it look like you're leaving the building.
Right.
And if they don't, and they were told, that's now on the talent.
I haven't been on an indie show, and I'm not trying to knock anybody, where there's like a run sheet, a production run sheet in years.
So how do you know like what's going on?
Well, that's not, he's lying a little bit there.
Oh, okay.
He's lying a little bit there. We set the board up at BOTB with refs and run times for the matches.
There's that.
And
Their boards.
that's really all you need to know.
What I'm talking about is a TV format.
Oh, well, yeah.
Broken out into. I'm not talking about that because yes, that part's right. What I'm talking about, there's a sheet. Boom. Intro. Boom. Hype and Valley. Boom. Segment 1. Segment 2. Segment 3. Announce the next show. Boom. Segment 4.
Shark used to do it on all his
Boom,
shows.
boom, boom. Like a classic TV format with everything. You literally, the best ones are the ones that break it out, not just by, oh, you got 15 minutes, but like you're doing this 8:01 to 8:08:16 from, you know what I mean? Like it's literally parsed out exactly like that. It's to help whoever's editing the show, but even so, like I don't know.
Well, you got a lot of promoters have never done anything television related.
But they have people on their roster who have.
I know. I absolutely.
Whammo.
I know. They don't treat it like TV because it's not TV, but that's the problem. If they treated it like TV, the show would be more organized and then the show would actually flow better because of timestamps. Timestamps are very important. We're on timestamps right now.
Yeah.
So you say pretty much treat it like TV and it'll be like TV.
Yeah. You don't hit your times in the Tyler, I bet Tyler would agree with me on this, and we'll ask you next week. Is it harder for a wrestler to stick to his time, or is it harder to go track him down for a promo? I bet it's harder to get him to stick to their time.
Probably.
Because they get in there and they think, well, I'm already in here and my stuff's great, so I'm just going to do whatever. I mean, I've been in matches where I'm cooking with grease, and the referee looks at me and says, "It's time to. You got 3 minutes."
Yep.
And we gotta
Wrap it up.
gotta do what we gotta do, and it is what it is. You got to take your ego and you got to roll it up in the ball, turn it sideways, and you know,
right up, straight up.
Yeah.
But you're right though. But like, it's all in service of the bigger product. And the problem is, it's like you know, not too long ago we were on a show, advertised main event level match, 6 minutes.
That's what it was given in the back, or that's what it ended up going.
That's what it ended up going. Oh wow.
Oh, the TLC match.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem putting it out there.
Okay.
I'll take the heat. I don't care.
These guys had what, 20 minutes?
I gave them 15,
Okay.
and they went 6
What? Yeah. So
in a TLC 3-team match, and the biggest bump of the match happened while the guys 50 feet away from while the guys were pulling the belts down.
Wow.
That's
awesome.
That's a mixture of inexperience and lack of direction.
I bet
Because
they were not backstage.
nobody's going to say anything. To them
No,
because
they're hugging each other.
They're all. There's no one holding anybody accountable.
Wow.
See, and it's not my show. It's not Ben's show. And there's no other veterans now that really care. Most of them just go there to get their money and then they leave. And that's our problem. We care.
Yeah.
Him not too
Used
much
to.
now
Used
because
to.
he just bailed. But I'm not going to bail because I'm not a quitter like these guys from Detroit. So I'm in it till the ship sinks. But he bailed. That's his prerogative. I still respect.
what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?
Honestly,
Keep going out there and getting smacked. I am A 58-year-old man. I'm running out there getting body slammed on to blacktop for some knucklehead to dive off of a ladder through a windshield while nobody's watching.
I know. I know. I just wish I got the green light.
Do you remember the promo I cut with Boss Man? Do you know what the lighting for that promo was?
Probably somebody's car.
You got it. A 1993 Dodge Caravan.
Wow.
You
What?
should have went through the windshield.
Les Thatcher, if Les Thatcher would have saw that, someone, no,
He would have retired you.
he would have retired whoever's idea that was permanently. They would lose the ability to urinate standing up if they were a male.
Oh, wow.
Like it would just, I mean,
Castration.
people look at Les like he's mean, and now they look at guys like me and you like we're mean because it's like,
Oh, people think
what?
I know they think about you. They think I'm just a capital prick.
Why?
I don't because I question them on stuff and I want them to be better. I want the show to be better.
Mm-hmm.
And I expect people to hold me the same accountable. If my stuff's rotten,
yeah,
they need to tell me, hey man, that was rotten.
yeah. Because sometimes you have off nights. You really do.
Well, I mean, not everything's going to be perfect all the time.
Right.
Even if you feel like it's perfect, you could watch it back and go, man, I really wish I'd have did that different.
You got it. We gotta go take a break, pay some bills. We'll be back. Maybe I'll find something to complain about. I don't care.
It's your turn.
I guess.
Hey, Cordell Transportation is now hiring experienced Class A.
See, I got.
Right here on 1410 ESPN Radio.
We are card subject to change, and we are sponsored by a Value City favorite that I used to mess with a long time ago. Fubu Gym Shoes.
Yes.
They were pretty good. I had like a few shirts to match with the shoes, but I don't know if I got cracked on a couple times or I outgrew them. I had to let them bad boys go.
Yeah, let them go.
Months.
Not good.
They were a little stiff once you broke them in. They definitely had style to them, though.
Yeah.
It sounds like Fila. Because like when Fila was like they had the Italian like soccer shoe, those things were made out of wet toilet paper.
Oh my God.
Then they started making the AIs and the Grant Hills
Yeah.
And the Grant Hill is like one of the best shoes ever made.
True.
I got my Flint Tropics pair.
Yeah.
I love those things, man. I never wear them because I don't want to ruin them
At all.
I love them.
That's why I say that's when you get 2 pair.
Yeah.
Just the one to wear and then one to just stop. Just chill.
For your drip, as the kids say.
Yeah.
Drip. Yeah.
Ric Flair drip.
Yeah, like I tried to get a pair of the. I had a pair of the blue and white.
Yeah.
Grand Hill. Can't find them nowhere no more.
That's awful. It's sad.
Made me sad. Oh, I think we're about to see some vein spot.
Yeah,
What?
Might
No.
see
it's your
some-
turn. Let's hear it.
Might see some they turning red here a little bit. Chimera. It's about to be some cheese and wine. Oh.
One of the biggest things that is bothering me right now when I'm watching the pro, we're all pros, but when I'm watching the corporate wrestling level, what happened to managers?
That was one of my things too.
I can't express how much I love Io Sky.
Yeah.
I think it's physically impossible for her to have a bad match. She's cute. She's got charisma. She's funny, athletic, can work, can sell. The one thing she cannot do is speak effective English.
Mhm.
And that's not a knock on her because she's Japanese.
Right.
But why don't they have a manager at all? It seems like after, and I'll go back. I know there's been a smattering of managers here and there, but I remember going back and there was every heel almost had a manager every match.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if they couldn't talk. You had Slick, who was phenomenal.
Slick.
You had
Loved it.
obviously Keenan. You had
Jimmy
Cornette, Jimmy Hart, Paul Bearer, Brother Love, Harvey Whippleman, on and on down the list. Some of them are better than others, but even if they were weak, they were still helping to elevate a certain character. And certain characters, at least in my opinion, need a manager. And the last one, and this is crazy 20 years ago, the last one was Umaga.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're going to wrap this guy in a new package, make him just this, for lack of a better word here, illiterate savage. He's got a grill. He's grunting and slobbering. And then you have Estrada, who was awesome as his mouthpiece, and he was a good bumping machine. So he could take the bump for Umaga when you didn't want to bump Umaga.
He was
But
like
you
his
wanted to get some
interpreter
heat. Right.
/ handler
Right.
/ agent, whatever
Right.
whatever you wanted to think he was that.
And that was great use of it. And then you have people like MVP who are clear standouts as a mouthpiece because Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are phenomenal. Not the best speakers, but they MVP elevates the whole package
Yes.
to another level.
I like angry Shelton Benjamin promos.
When he goes off,
Yes, it's really good.
but when he's trying to be like, it sounds like he's reading lines when he's just trying to have a conversation like this.
Gold standard.
Yep. But that's not his fault. It's just his, he just doesn't have it. But like, when you see these wrestlers that are like Rusev needs a manager.
Yeah.
Io Sky needs a manager. Orange Cassidy should have a manager because if he's not talking that much, why don't you give him like a little Marco stunt? You know what they
ought to do with Orange Cassidy?
Fire him?
I'd give him a broom and a dustpan. I'd
Yeah.
have him go around the arena and sweep
Yeah.
up. That's
Yeah.
what I'd have him do.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
would you put with Io Sky?
I would come up with, and I know that everybody thinks I'm go too edgy for
I
this.
got an idea.
Okay. Do you want me to finish?
No, good.
I would find like if she's a baby face, I would try to like find the most anime derpy, kind of chick with, you know what I mean, the Japanese thing.
Yeah.
Now if she's a heel, I would go like with like Rocky IV. I'd find like a really attractive Japanese woman and like slick her hair back, put her in a business suit. That's if she's a heel, and you can keep her and the Kabuki Warriors kind of all. I don't want to say like a faction because the NWO kind of like turned everything into a faction. Why can't it be like a family anymore?
Well, they're like New Day.
The Heathen family.
Right,
There's 3 of them, and it's not really a faction, but
Right.
they're interchangeable.
right. But
Yeah.
then, but I'm talking about
Free
from a
bird.
manager point. Yeah, from a manager standpoint, though, why don't you have like somebody who can do something like be a heater, get him heat? Because Sky, like I said, I can't tell you how much I love her because I love her. But I've listened to an interview with her, and I'm just like, I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
At all.
It's so bad.
Who's your idea to put with her? Because I got one in my head.
Who would you put with you?
Who would you put with EO if you could put somebody with her?
Bull Nakano.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
If you was to get Bull Nakano,
Yes.
I mean, she's done what she needs to do in the wrestling
Yes.
game. She's a Hall of Famer. And if you was to get her to be a manager,
She's got good English.
yeah. Boom.
And she's very attractive.
True
Like, when she's
story.
not
isn't
got
she
her-
in prison though, or she's got
what?
Bull Nakano's got problems. She's got a case on her or
She
something.
do?
Yeah, you might want to look that up.
What is she with?
While you're looking that up,
Yeah.
do you remember Haku?
Yeah,
Yeah. It was Sato from the Orient
Shinja,
Express.
Shinja.
He painted his face white.
Mhm.
That would be somebody. If she was a heel, I would give her somebody like him
Shinja.
who can come out and be very mysterious and very almost stoic. He could talk for her.
Yes.
Now, if she's a baby face, I wouldn't give her a manager.
So how would you do for her speaking problems?
She'd have to figure it out.
She'd have to figure it out.
And she
get
just
her,
wouldn't
get her
be-
little Duolingo
And
app.
she just wouldn't cut as many promos. She would have to do her talking in the ring. Same with Asuka. Asuka speaks good English now. I would still have her with. She was a heel. I'd put somebody like Shinja with
But
them.
yeah, but with Asuka, it's like she's like pain. You know, like why would you want her to talk at all?
Right.
Because she's crazy.
I like when she flips out though and starts
Yeah.
going
me
off
too.
and you don't know what she's talking about.
Well, she's
I love
constantly
that.
going out in Japanese. That's real good.
Yeah, I love it.
But the only thing it says here with legal issues is she had a visa problem, which had to cancel her appearance at a StarCast convention.
There's a reason she had that visa problem. I'll have to find it. We'll
all
check
it
back.
says.
We'll check back in on
Dig
that.
deeper.
Yeah, because
She's
I
really professional.
yes, I found something when I was looking up something else, and it took me to
Even so, they're just like Rusev needs it, Io Sky needs it. There's a lot of people now that need it, but nobody's there to give it.
They just
And there's nobody in the pipeline either.
they have to get those people off the indies.
But even on the indies, like we've completely gone away from manager, and it's like,
Right.
okay, well, I'm in a faction or I'm in a tag team, and my manager is my partner or someone else in the group.
Yeah.
It's not like this person's a dedicated manager who's out there just
Well, we
specifically
have a new
There's hope.
we have a new manager, Kev. Here he is trying to put himself over.
There's hope.
Mr. Hughes.
I mean, Kevin, I mean, if it was a heel thing, you know, I could pitch a babyface to the floor, Kev gives him a bear hug or whatever,
Yeah.
wears him out. That'd be good for getting some heat, and Kev could do a lot of the talking. But like, what's like the purpose of the manager? Okay, the manager is my manager at ringside, but he's like my corner man, and he's my business manager as well.
Right.
And I don't see anybody on the Indies doing that anymore.
I'm trying to get Brandon Barnett.
Like,
Have you seen any of his stuff? He wears the all white suit.
yeah, okay, I know
Yeah.
that.
So he was in the business years ago as a ring announcer, and then he stepped away because there
Yeah.
was really no promotion. He lives out in Adams County.
Mhm.
There was no promotions really running out there. I think the promotion that you used to work for out there.
WWC. Yep.
Yeah. Now that Spot Monkeys is out there, and then he's been doing APW and BOTB, and he's a manager only.
Oh wow.
Sign him up.
That is all he does. And I'm trying to get him elevated. He can cut promos, he can get heat, but he just needs reps.
Yeah. Tyler just put in the chat about Brock Guffman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brock Guffman could get Kevin Tyson over
Yeah.
as the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Like he's that good.
Kevin Tice or Kevin Cook?
Kevin Tyson.
Oh,
That's how good Brock Guffman is.
yeah.
Maybe they're the brothers of
I'm
destruction.
with Brock Lesnar.
Tyson and Cook together.
Wow.
Hey, could be.
Yo, gonna pay.
Yeah.
Gonna pay. Can we have them come out to that?
And we'll never have them pay admission again after putting that out to the ring.
There you go.
But like I don't know. I don't see it, and then I don't see the other piece of it is where's my scary Sherry? Where's my Miss Elizabeth? Where's my Virgil? Or where? And like, and weird it is to say, Marlena, whatever you want, as Alexandra York or Marlena, the fact that she was 4'8", 98 pounds, and could talk added so much to everybody's presentation. Because when you're making Ricky Morton look like Andre the Giant standing next to him,
Right.
But it works.
Yeah.
There's another Fed the same Fed we're talking about. You have this ring announcer completely untrained. She's 6'1" and 320 pounds, and it makes the wrestlers look like children.
What are we talking about?
The ring announcer for that company.
Not sure.
Not putting it over,
Right.
but
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
But but that's the thing. They do what they want to do. They look how they want to look. They don't understand the business, and we have all these auxiliary females trying to get into pro wrestling just because they want attention. They don't understand the business and what the role is of a manager or what to do as a manager, and that's been going on for so long. The art of being a manager is gone. When I think about Brock Gutman, how great he is. Oh, when's the last time I saw Brock? 2015.
Yeah. Wow.
11 years ago.
He doesn't live around here.
No, he's out of here. But that's how long it's been dormant. And I don't know how to fix it because there's no manager on TV that's vibrant enough to inspire someone to
what are they trying to be?
I want to be a manager.
Yeah, what is David Barnabas Spector?
Right.
He's a solid manager.
Phenomenal.
And
I love it.
what is his inspiration to go further? Because WWE wouldn't want to do
Right.
it. They'd get him and he'd be on Ring Crew or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what would be the point? You would
Great
take a guy.
question.
You would take a guy that's so animated and character driven and knows how to do his job,
Yeah.
and you put him working concessions.
It
What was
it,
the point?
it's baffling because the whole product suffers because of the bottom line. The whole product suffers because of people's ego and in wrestling we deal in deception, but we cannot deal in self-deception. We have to be honest about the business, honest about where it's going.
Yep.
And then we need to sit down when we're training people, not we, because I don't care, but
Me.
when you
Yeah.
sit down with these people, put your hand on their shoulder and be like, brother, look,
Yeah.
you just don't have the juice
Yeah.
to be an in-ring performer, but we can get you over here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And rather than saying, you know what, maybe Sarge is right. Maybe I need to just keep working harder if I want to be in the ring, but I'll accept his coaching and I'll just be a manager for now. And I'll keep working harder so I can get in the ring. That attitude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
She.
Aaron Williams. We came to HWA, dude, you're too small. You're too skinny. You'll be on the student show. And now where is he?
Killing it.
He's thick now. He grew
But
it.
that's the thing, though.
He worked. He didn't stop working.
Exactly. When he was told no.
I saw pictures of him in
Yeah.
his backyard days.
Oh,
With the
man.
ramen noodle curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that too.
But when he was told no, you're just going to be over at, Spears Gym in Cincinnati in front of 11 people. He said no. And then the Mavericks were HWA Tag Team Champions.
Wow.
But he worked his way into it.
Yeah.
But back to the manager thing, it's I don't know how to fix the problem.
Well, I can tell you why WWE doesn't use managers. I can tell you why they don't use them in hardly in AEW, other than a few. They don't even care in tag matches if they show the partner on
Yeah.
TV. Why are they going to show the manager?
True.
It's wild.
They don't care. That people literally linger at ringside. And I went on a rant last week about this. the tag team partners aren't even shown trying to reach in and please
tag.
make the tag.
Because the referee doesn't manage the tag at all.
No.
He doesn't adjudicate the tag.
So how bad do you think it would go when they fed the babyface over to the ropes and let the manager get a cheap choke in on him? They wouldn't even show it.
Okay,
You're right.
I'm taking some out of your book real quick. I got a little bit of trivia for you.
Okay.
So Goldust, he had a one-time manager. He had a one-time manager, and he fought against the Ultimate Warrior at one of the pay-per-views. Who was his manager at the time?
It was Mantar dressed up as in a suit, right?
Yep.
What was his name though?
He didn't have a name.
He never
He
gave me the
was
name?
just there.
But it was Mantar.
Yep. Sure was, man.
And I forget his real name.
It's like
It's a very common name, I feel
Mike
like.
Alec.
Mike something. Yeah.
Mantar.
Mantar. Managed by on the house shows, but not on TV. Was managed by Jim Cornette as a
Sure
test.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
Jim, did Jim get him over though?
No, Jim said he got him over, but the best he could for being Mantar. He said once the bell rang, there was nothing he could do. He said the dude tried to step through the ropes and couldn't get his head dressed through the ropes. So he had to take it off and then get in and put it back on. Think about that.
Yeah.
Step in, take it off, step through the ropes, put it back on so the camera can get the shot, and then take it back off and hand it to Cornette.
I'm gonna make a T-shirt about women's wrestling on that one. You got him over until the bell rang.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of getting over till the bell rang, I'm done for this segment. Let's go pay some bills. We'll be back to complain in a little bit.
Are you tired of living with chronic pain? Knee pain?
Camara and Big Kev right here on 1410 ESPN Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the second half of Card Subject to Change. We are in the middle of a cheese and wine fest. Tell everybody what is going on with pro wrestling, the negative side. And we are sponsored by Cherry Vanilla Coke.
Cherry vanilla Coke.
Cherry Vanilla
Isn't that just
Coke.
Dr. Pepper?
Pretty much, yeah. But they came up with the cherry Coke, and then they put a little vanilla up in there, and they try to make magic with it. And yeah,
Don't they bring that back seasonally every now and then, or do they just do the vanilla Coke?
I think they do the vanilla.
So you
Coke.
got to take the two and combine them if you want to get the cherry vanilla Coke.
Yeah,
Okay.
Speaking of seasonal, is pomegranate 7-Up back yet?
not yet.
Not yet. I love pomegranate.
Not yet.
7-Up.
I think
Not a
it's,
big pop drinker, but it's that pomegranate 7-Up.
Pomegranate
if I
7
do
Up.
drink pop, I'll do something like that. Either that or give me like
They have that,
Coke Zero.
that cherry berry Sprite at Chick-fil-A is similar to that pomegranate 7 Up.
Interesting. My grandmother used to make this thing where she would pour Verner's in a punch bowl, and then she would freeze in a bundt cake tin, like 7-Up, and then fruit, and then all sorts of things. And then she crack it, and drop the bundt cake in the ginger ale, Verner's, let it melt. Amazing Christmas
Polish,
Wow.
Polish grandmother knows all the tricks.
Those are
Yes,
all
Because that is a deep cut trick right there. That
It is.
only you got to know to know to know. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, Verner's is like, if you're from Detroit, drink Verner's, it's like it'll cure anything.
True story. I tried to get out of school one time.
You got a Verner's and you were fine.
Mom was like, "Man, you gotta drink this Burners and keep it moving."
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
staying in school? No,
No, sir.
You'd be
Take
back,
it.
you're back and better than ever.
That's right.
Eric Bischoff.
All right, whose turn is it? It's
back
your
to,
turn.
it's back. No, it's back to Kev.
Oh, back to me.
Who's closing the show out then? Me?
I don't care.
I'm gonna
do
take
it.
rock clothes on
I
last
don't care.
I don't care.
All right, Kev.
I could complain about
Kev.
stuff all night, but
My,
You go, Kev.
my turn. Okay, cool.
As
It's
I get
not
off
really
balls.
a complaint. It's just some stuff that I've missed.
We're here to complain, Kev.
just word it where it's like a complaint, and then it'll fall as a complaint.
Okay, cool. My thing is the documentary DVDs.
Okay.
I missed the extra
Brother.
stuff. I mean, you got the network and everything like that, but some of the stuff is just like I want to have tangible,
Right.
like the tangible DVDs. Like it's like
He wants physical media to make it to be back.
physical media, yeah.
You're right. Go ahead. I got something to add to
Like I
that.
said, like sometimes you want the internet want to go out, and I'm like, you know what? Go ahead, pop this DVD in, and you all good. And keep it moving like
He wants
that.
to go to Sam Goody and get the.
I do want to go to Sam
You
Goody.
still owe Columbia House?
Let me see. Do I? No.
I bet he's got pre-orders at Sam Goody that he
There's
let ride.
Sam Goody.
Yeah.
Buy 10 DVDs for a penny.
Yeah. Still owe.
I
So, like,
do not.
when you're a wrestler and you're like studying, DVDs were the pinnacle
Yes.
of studying because you could jump to a match.
Yep.
You could jump to a promo. You could fast forward and rewind frame by frame. I just want to see the last, 3 seconds of this hold and this transition.
Yep.
Boop, 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 and you're there.
Yeah.
With streaming, and I guess maybe I'm an idiot, but it's through my PlayStation.
Mhm.
So I tap the controller to rewind. Boop,
Yeah.
goes back like 8 minutes.
It does.
And then I can't jump to a promo. Like when that Dusty DVD came out,
Mhm.
it was like right when first time I turned babyface.
Oh,
And
wow.
I was clueless. Not clueless per se, but like I had no experience as a babyface.
Mhm.
That DVD was like a godsend because it was literally it was like a 5-disc set,
Yeah.
and 3 of them were just interviews.
Mhm. Interviews and promos.
Saved my life. It was so good. But you're right. Streaming's garbage now.
When you trained, did you ever get assigned DVDs as homework
Absolutely.
and you were physically given them?
We were given a copy of the OVW training tape.
Okay.
So
wow.
Jim Cornette made a 3-disc VHS set of training, and he made notes to accompany them. So he gave those to Les. Les gave those to us, and it was fascinating stuff. So, like one of the best things I saw from that was the angle where it was a very young Ted DiBiase, and he was a heel, And then Ric Flair was coming to town, and they literally turned DiBiase into like a super baby face over the course of like 3 shows and 4 segments to go against Flair. And the crowd, because, you know, they're doing the whole Broadway thing where Flair's going to wrestle you a 60-minute draw. Watch the match. Match is fantastic. Very next show, they turn DiBiase back heel again.
Nice.
And it was just a lesson in like psychology. Like, this is how you get the crowd to get behind you, even in this little segment here. So he was a super heel. I can't remember what the territory was. It was a smaller one. It was like right when Ted first started. Turns babyface, wrestles Flair. This is when the babyface, you know, had to really whack himself. I mean, he was just gushing blood. But it was a great match, and bam, right back to heel. One thing that else was on the on there, and I wish I would have saved it, because every time Cornette talks about people doing something stupid, it's also, for whatever reason, the birth of Leviathan is on there.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
Okay. They're in the. This is how corny. It's terrible. So when he'll say, "Oh, Pockets, little dog Pockets." First of all, the guy booked the Christmas Creature on Smoky Mountain. And then second of all, he's got the Disciples of Sin with Sin. So it's Sin and Crowbar.
Which is his wife.
Which is his wife.
Don't realize that. Yeah.
Stacy is his wife now. So it's Sin and it's Crowbar. It was 2 other people. And they are doing a satanic ritual on the banks of the Kentucky River in Louisville.
Oh, wow.
And then Leviathan, they're summoning Leviathan out of the river, and he comes like out of the river. It's terrible.
It's sort of like that Southpaw Regional Wrestling.
Yeah.
And they had when
I remember that.
Tyler Breeze was the bank or the evil Maccabee or whatever. He summoned the creature out of the water.
Yeah. Terrible. Unwatchable. I don't know why that was on there, but to answer your question, we got a 3 VHS.
So what I did, I had a big screen in my office at the LSC building in Middletown, and I would pull the trainees in at the end of the night, and I would say, "Hey, here's the Bret Hart DVD. Here's the whatever," and I'd give them a couple, and I'd say, "Watch this and bring them back next week, and then we'll talk about it." And I would tell them, "Watch it all. Watch the promos. Watch the in-ring work. Digest as much of it as you can, and then we'll talk about it. If you have questions, message me." And it helped a lot because I can only show them so much.
Right.
The greatest trainers in the world can only show them so much. They need other resources. And that's what I try to tell people. And I know I've heard you tell people, watch as much stuff as you can.
Yeah.
Don't just have your ear open one direction. Like Jericho says, take it in, man.
There you go.
Up until I quit, I still watch 2 hours a day. And I would play study roulette. So I'll pull up the network and just move the joystick around, and then I hit X. Whatever comes up, comes up.
Camaro got out his rotary phone.
Yep.
And then got his hand crank
I'm
out.
calling Santa Claus.
He's doing it right here. And then he'd get the big crank
Down
going.
99.
Get it going here on air. Yeah.
Talk to Santa.
He pulled up the Dungeon of Doom.
That's right.
WWE Vault, the history of the Dungeon of Doom.
I mean, it was uncensored 98. It was Mikey Whipwreck versus Billy Kidman.
Wow.
They go 17
Opener.
minutes. It's the opener.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Mikey Whipwreck is very underrated
Highly underrated.
because they made him into a goof.
Oh, yeah.
And then they went too far with the whole Satan stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it became like a cartoon.
Yeah.
If they would have just kept him as like, I'm the burnout, like Whipwreck, Nirvana, grungy type dude,
Right.
and just let him wrestle.
His finish was
Man.
for the longest time before he was using the whippersnapper.
Yep.
His finish was the small package.
Yeah.
He'd never would get an offensive maneuver.
And he beat Stone Cold with the small package.
Yeah.
True story.
And then he started using the whippersnapper.
Whippersnapper was good. But that match was just fantastic. And it made me so sad because it was like, here they are running, they're gunning, they're doing all their high spots, they're doing dives out to the floor, but they're selling everything. Everything makes sense. There's a reason why they're diving on top of each other.
Had
on the
Kidman
floor.
left the flock at that
Yes.
point?
Well,
Or was he on his way where he was about to
They
bail
said,
on
I
him.
think that Tanay said he'd left the flock, but he was still in the wife beater and the jean shorts.
Well, he kept that for a little bit,
He
even
didn't-
after.
Yeah, he didn't
Okay.
switch over to the bikers or
Okay.
whatever yet. But it was such a good match, and I was so into it that I was just like, it just made me sad.
I'll tell you another thing that I miss. You know, social media is all good and everything like that with wrestling and trying to keep up with like the matches and things like that. But I miss Saturday morning like live wire and shows like that.
The recap shows.
Yeah, the recaps and wrestling challenge and superstars and all that.
Here's something that'll blow your mind.
What's up?
Those shows like Livewire would be considered probably D shows now.
Yep.
Those shows back then got better ratings than a lot of their main shows. do
Yes.
now.
Oh yeah, because it was like more exclusive stuff too. Like it
It was
a show-
localized.
Yeah,
Localized.
it was localized. Plus,
Yeah.
it was like you'll see a whole bunch of the highlights that was going on Monday and on Thursday. Everything was on Thursday, and it do like some exclusive stuff that was going on too. Like they would go on MTV and they would do like a special there and all this other stuff. I was like,
WWE New York.
yeah, WWE New York. was
Test and
that
Albert
going
got
on?
into it with the Dudleys at
Yeah.
WWE New York
Ah,
and
yeah.
set up a match for Sunday Night Heat. They would do little stuff like that.
Mhm.
WCW Spring Break when that dude whipped the battery at Kevin Nash.
Yep.
And Nash almost killed him.
Man,
Why
look,
would you do that? Why would you whip a battery at Kevin Nash?
out of all people,
That's
Wanna
when you
die?
know you got heat. When you
Yeah.
cause people to become stupid brave.
Yeah. I hate this guy.
go for the
I,
knee.
I hate this guy so much. Instead of going after
True.
Sonny Ono, I'm going to go after Kevin Nash.
He's had a lot of good days, but he's never had a leg day.
And man,
No type of leg whatsoever. But yeah, I remember those shows, man. It just made me want to wake up like, oh, okay, cool. I got my big old bowl of cereal. I got my cartoon. I watched cartoons already. Now it's time for some wrestling.
Was it the localization that helped though too? Like, because
Oh yeah,
I remember it was WWF only when I was growing up.
yeah.
I used to love on Superstars when they'd be like, we're coming to Toledo, or we're coming to Indianapolis, or we're coming to Detroit.
Mhm.
It felt like, oh my gosh, it's this big huge
I have to
company,
go.
and I've got to go
I
because
have
they're
to go.
coming
Yeah.
right to my backyard.
and
They're
they're telling me I
Right.
have to go.
right.
Dayton fans, listen up. You didn't see Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
The hair, oh, mom, we gotta go.
Now,
Let's
so
go.
those promos were worked. Those
Yeah.
ones you just described.
Yeah.
Sean Mooney or Mean Gene would say, "This Saturday night in Dayton,"
Yeah.
and then they'd go to Hulk, and
Yeah.
he would never mention Dayton by name.
Yes.
Nope.
Because they
Then
can't. Yeah.
before that, though, they would have Hogan say, "This Saturday night in Dayton," but it got to the point to where they didn't want to do that anymore because it was taking up too much time. So they would do the one promo and then the voiceover with Mean Gene, and it made it seem like
Yeah.
he did a regional promo when he really did.
It's clever. It's
Yeah.
clever.
Yeah. They started seeing it though. The fans started
Picking up
realizing.
on that.
Yes.
Yeah. That's always problematic is when the fans can start picking. Let's be honest, fans want to be worked.
True.
But then they want to figure everything. They
Right.
they spend their whole existence, the vein of their existence.
Basement
is
Mark
to
does.
try to figure- Basement Mark works himself into a shoe.
That works. Yes,
Yes, he does, because he doesn't really know anything. But
That's true.
yeah,
He thinks he knows.
Yeah.
What really blew my mind a long time ago was when they did the Superstars taping. That was on green screen,
right.
and I didn't know it.
Oh yeah.
I did not.
Have
know
you
it.
ever been in a show in both? I want to hear both your guys'
I've never
answers
been
to
to a
this.
wrestling show.
A house show where, or sorry, a TV taping, and you actually got to see them. Somebody in the back probably got mad, and they had to go back out and redo the match.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've
Yep.
seen it in promos and matches.
Yep. What baffled me about that was why didn't they fix? You remember that really good match with the Rockers when they won the tag belts from the Hart Foundation?
Right.
The Tom Bro- that they still had a very good match
Oh, yeah.
for that rope
Oh, yeah.
break early. Why did they just stop? It's a house show.
Why didn't they just? Well, it was
Stop the
Saturday's main
match.
event, but why didn't they? Why didn't they make Fall One just be the finish, and they could have edited the commentary?
Right.
You'd have never known.
There were so many different solutions
Yeah.
to that, rather than put it out there and then pretend the Rockers didn't win
Yeah, that's
because they clearly won. And there's a whole bunch of pictures of them with the belts,
exactly.
but in the record books, they never were champions.
It's bad for the Rockers.
Yeah,
And I was a big Rockers fan as a kid.
that was the post Saturday night's main event dark match, is what that was.
Wild. Because I remember watching Rocky.
Standby match.
Yeah.
Remember they would do that if they
Yes.
yeah.
We need to come bring that back.
The standby match.
Oh, yeah.
What's the standby match?
So if a match, say it's 15 minutes remaining in TV time, okay, and they would nowadays they have it to where if there's 15 minutes remaining in TV, guess how much the match takes? 15 minutes.
Yep. Oh, wow.
Back then they would try to work you, so they would have 15 minutes left in the show, and they would have maybe us go out in a 6-man, and we beat our opponents in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Then Tony Schiavone would get on there and he'd go, well, ladies and gentlemen, we've set up 10 minutes of TV time, so we're going to go ahead and give you one of our standby matches, and it's Ivan Koloff against Wahoo McDaniel. It'd be like a big match.
Yeah.
Now, they might have been working the standby matches
Yeah.
to make it seem like it was real,
Mhm.
but either way, you felt like you were getting something special as a kid watching that on television.
And it was always a good way to send the crowd home happy, right? Because, like, when you're WWE or even AEW, you can go off the air with a heel finish. But when you're live, you want them to want to come back.
Right.
So not every single show, but most shows should end with the baby face at least running the heels out of the way.
If you're going to pin Austin in
Right.
your main event on live TV,
Mhm.
post-match, off the air, he's stunning everybody.
Mhm.
That's just how it's going to be.
Oh, okay.
And that because you want the live crowd to be like, "Oh my gosh, that was awesome!
Yes.
We're coming back."
You gotta come back. Okay, that makes sense.
Speaking of coming back,
Speaking of coming back, we got to go to a commercial break. We will come back and
Better than ever.
better than ever.
More cheese.
See you in a bit. More cheese, more wine.
$5,000.
I was at Raw in
bonus,
Lexington.
That's right. My
peak Austin.
right here on 1410 ESPN Radio.
We are card subject change. I'm Big Kev. He's Ben Camera. And he is Sergeant Ledbetter. And we are sponsored by the Light Up Shoes from elementary school. I used to have dreams of wanting those light up shoes. I used to see them in elementary school my first grade year. Could never find them.
They had them in the checkout lanes at Ames. You remember?
They sure did,
Yeah.
The ones now are so cool and sophisticated.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain it. I was like, I want these in an adult 14. It was like for toddlers. It's a Jurassic Park shoe.
Mhm.
Okay, it looks like the Ford Explorer. It's yellow with the stripes, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But when you step, it was like an LED red light all the way around the sole of the shoe.
Oh,
Like, why aren't you making that for
Well, they
like?
make the Reebok pump
adults.
version of those in adult
Yeah.
size, but not with the LED lights.
I have the Allen Iverson Reebok Jurassic Park edition. They're called the Velociraptors.
Yeah,
It's got
yeah.
like it looks like raptor flesh. I never wear them though because they're like precious to me.
Oh, no doubt.
But I might wear them this weekend. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, so you gonna put them on this weekend? See
Well, I have to wrestle. I have to. I got to finish my dates.
Yeah.
I'm not a stupid Mark. I'm going to finish my dates.
Not basement bar.
Not basement Mark.
So you gotta finish up all your dates.
Got to finish my dates. So I got to wrestle on Saturday, but it's a DCW, so it's always a good show. It's always, great wrestling. But
I'll be
I don't care. I don't care. Whose turn is it?
Maybe I have to be in your corner. Be like, hey,
Why don't you be Mike? Why don't you do the match for me? I'll be in your corner.
that works too.
All right, let's do it.
Big Kev in the ring.
Whose
If,
turn is
if
it?
I didn't dislike you so much, I would
What?
tag with you at DCW
Why?
because we would dominate.
Yeah,
But you would always want all the glory, and I would.
I don't want the glory anymore.
Yeah, you would.
Oh, no. Y'all just
He
go
would.
ahead.
I already know. He'd make me do all the work, Kevin,
No.
and then I'd hit the finish, and then he'd go, "Hey,
Tag
me."
myself in.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Probably
allow that to
trash.
happen. I'd be like, hey, y'all just go ahead. Y'all get together. Y'all make money together and just keep it moving.
Would you be our Mr. Hughes?
I'll be Mr. Hughes.
Wow.
We can get it by.
We just call ourselves the odd couple.
There it is.
There it is.
I ain't even gonna say nothing. I just go out there and just sunglasses.
Do it.
It kind of brings me to what my next gripe is,
It's your turn, I think.
and this has to do with TV booking.
Oh,
So booking for everybody at home, TV booking. The word booking means it's how you construct a show or how you construct a specific match. The participants, the finish, how you put it together. Now, booking is an old school term, and I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I'm just explaining to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
audience. So booking is an old school term, like in the territories, and it kind of still applies to the indies today as far as like what you're trying to do. Really, the word that applies today is producing, but in internal jargon that's been exposed to the internet, everybody calls it booking still, even
Right.
though it's not exactly the most accurate.
Yeah, like what did Pillman say to Sullivan?
Well, you go Booker man,
man.
Yeah.
Booker
So-
man.
I hate, and I don't like to use this word a lot. I hate WWE's booking when two baby faces are feuding over a championship.
Mhm.
And what do you think that the logical thing that they're going to do with them? What do they always do? What do they always do, like leading up to their match to
Either
cause friction?
either somebody turns on the other one.
No, not even
A
that.
little heelish.
They make them be a tag team.
That's okay. I get what you're saying there. 'Cause
They
I was going to
They
say
do it with everybody.
you're going a level beyond because I thought immediately I went to like Shawn and Hogan,
Well, this is why I'm saying,
but they made a tag.
yeah, and they did it with
Yeah, they
with
did.
Cena
Yep.
and Shawn too.
Mhm.
They did it with Austin and Shawn back in the day.
Yep.
They did it with Austin and The Rock.
Yep.
With Deborah as their manager, and
Mhm.
Austin told
Yeah.
him if you caused her to get hurt, I'm taking it out on your double scribble. And he said, leading up to 17.
Sure did.
But it's every single feud with two baby faces.
Why do you think that is?
Because they don't want to turn one of them heel because they don't want to do what you said with DiBiase. Were you telling that story on air?
Yeah.
Okay. They don't want to do that because then they got to shotgun book them back to being a babyface,
Yeah.
and they're afraid that they're going to lose merch sales, whatever.
Maybe that could happen to y'all this Saturday. Y'all tied together this Saturday and
He's wrestling some young kid. He's got his work cut out for him.
Maybe y'all can tell you. Maybe Big Amelia.
I'm probably going to do that because I don't care.
Chimera is the one guy that would need a tag partner to work a singles match.
That's true.
Because he'd have to tag out and get somebody in there to give him a break.
That's true.
I mean, it could happen.
I mean, I have impeccable cardio, but everybody thinks I don't.
Well, pray tell.
What do you mean?
Why not? Well,
Because everybody thinks I'm old, and I'm not like 160 pounds, but I think it's hilarious. And I will backdoor brag a minute. When I come back from a match, barely glazed, and I watch dudes that are jacked up over in the corner puking after going 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I mean, what? Like,
I've wrestled Chimera plenty of times. He has good cardio, and he has to keep up with me because I don't get blown up.
It's true, though.
I do not get
It is a
blown
point
up.
of pride because as soon as you get well, it's not even pride; it's safety.
Yeah.
Think about the matches that we had to have at the not the Pumpkin Festival. What was the one after that?
What building?
It was outside.
We had
Farmer's
Tag.
Farmer's
Tag.
Tag.
Farmer's
And
Fair.
then turn around immediately.
Yeah, we were in
a tag for 25
We were
minutes.
almost in the ring an hour straight.
And then had to turn around and do a battle royal immediately next.
And then I did a rumble that night and went an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your cardio got to be on point.
Impeccable.
So how do you get the cardio to be like on point like that? You just running the ropes?
You have to remember to breathe.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Guys won't. They're so busy worrying about their spots and they forget to breathe.
They don't know how to work.
And that's part of knowing how to work. And also not showing up to the building drunk and high and hungover.
That's step 2.
Wow.
That's an easy one.
Then also just taking care of yourself in general, going to the gym, staying physical, active, training in the ring, working shows regularly. You'll build up a good. I mean, I'm not saying I could go out there and run the ropes for an hour straight. That's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole different ballgame.
Running the ropes is
but you're never going to do that in a match.
The key is to do cardio activity. Like if you're a cardio bunny, and by that I mean just someone who runs the treadmill or someone who walks the stair climb, you're not going to be in any shape to wrestle. You got to go hard, stop. Go hard, stop. Go easy, stop. It is a marathon, but here's the other piece of it, not just cardio like I'm running. You can't get your muscles fatigued because at the end of the match, that's when I got to pick him up.
Right.
And he's almost 300 pounds.
And the bigger moves, if you know how to work, the bigger moves are going to happen later in the match, not in the beginning when you're fresh. So when you go to the gym, you're lifting heavy weight because you're fresh.
Right.
Yeah.
In a match, it's flipped.
Wow.
You're tired, and then I've got to, like when I hit him with the attitude adjustment, usually we're like 27 minutes deep at that point. I've got to pick him up, and he can't help me. With the attitude adjustment, he can't. It's not like a body slam where he's basically giving the move to himself.
Right.
I got to get him up on my shoulders and land him safely. So when I think about cardio outside of the ring, I'm playing basketball because you're starting, stopping, and you're running a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you are in a pill-shaped high school quarter-mile track, you sprint the straights and power walk the curves and sprint the straights, and you do that for 3 miles.
Okay. So that's like a good, how many laps?
12.
Not 12 laps.
It's 3 miles.
So, but the thing of it is you're not, like, you're allowed to stop if you're tired.
Yeah.
But you have to keep going. You cannot stop. You can't quit entirely. But if you get blown up, stop, but then pick right back up as soon as you can go again, because that's wrestling, right? Like that's how the match goes.
Okay. I can see that now.
There's times where I've like gotten hit and I'm laying on the floor for a good 90, 120 seconds, and I'm ready to go like the match just started, because I'm just. But I don't know. We're off topic. Go ahead, please. What was
We're not necessarily off topic. We were talking about tag matches and not being able to book babyface feuds because no one wants to be a heel. But then we got on the tangent of somehow about ring conditioning. But it can lead me to another thing, and that's wrestlers that feel like it's a smart thing and here I am going back to the indies, but man,
Do it.
this has to be talked about. Why is it became acceptable for a wrestler to feel like he can show up to a show, get drunk or get high, and then take another man's life in his hands in the ring? And it's
No.
perfectly acceptable.
No idea.
And promoters allow it.
It makes me insane because fans even walk up and see it.
Yes.
The code name for this in wrestling is called a safety meeting, when in all actuality, it is the opposite of safety. I don't know.
I threw guys off my show.
Yeah, and you should.
Yeah.
You should. Like the fact that anybody comes into a match inebriated at all.
I was about to say, you put each other like again.
Yeah.
Like,
And they act like it's no big deal. Oh, well, he's my boy.
oh no.
But
bro.
see, that is a double. Now they're double whammying me, because now what if you go out there, okay, it's your buddy and you hurt your buddy, but it's on my show. It's
Yeah.
my fan base.
Yeah.
It's my building and my ring, my promoter's license, my insurance. And now you're saying, well, I don't care. You're telling me basically, I don't care if I go hurt my buddy on your show.
Yep.
So
That's
people,
basically what they're telling me.
so people can't get into the point where you can't be drunk, you can't be high, doing physical stuff like that.
It is absolutely inexcusable to use marijuana before a show, in my opinion. I don't care who you are. Now, with that being said, if I know that I'm in a match where I'm getting whacked, I'm getting blood, I have a system. Okay. Start with the Excedrin in the morning. Right before I go to the ring, it's a pint of Dragon's Milk beer. And it's not because I want to get messed up. It's because I know that if I pound that beer with the alcohol and the carbs in there, I'm going to get my blood nice and thin. So when I cut, it's coming. Because my cutting technique is not, it's this. And like you said, the only scar you can see on my forehead is a time where a good friend of mine accidentally kicked me as I was cutting.
Oh wow.
In my head. I have one scar right there. I've cut my forehead across easily 250 times.
At least you ain't got the butcher head going on.
Because I'm sorry if I'm losing my blood.
Oh.
This is where the blood pressure comes up.
Yeah.
Because I learned how to do it right.
Yeah.
Cody Hawk, same thing. You look at his forehead, there's nothing there because the dude knows how to cut. He's cut just as much as I have.
Wow.
How many times have you cut?
Zero.
Zero.
I've been hard weighed multiple times. I've never physically cut myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I've been busted open with barbed wire. I've been
Yeah.
busted open with all kinds of stuff, hard weighed.
yeah.
Never physically cut myself.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. Too pretty.
Too pretty.
Yeah.
Too pretty.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, but I just don't. I've never had a reason to.
It's got to be the right situation.
Yes.
It's got to be the right situation. It can't just be whatever. But
Yeah.
if I cut, when I say 250, I cut myself 10 times. You know, and I probably cut myself. Actually, it's more than that. I got the math wrong because I probably cut myself in 250 matches 10 times. That's actually 2,500 times I've cut myself, right?
Jeez.
So that's a lot. It's the technique is what I'm getting at. But
Do
you're
you
right.
think out of all those times that you bled in match, could you honestly say that every one of them were justified?
Yes and
Yes and no.
yes and
At
no.
the time, maybe. Or looking back, I'm saying more in hindsight. Do you think
In hindsight, right? Like there's a match. I'm going to name drop Aaron Williams again. We had this Iron Man match, and this was the first time I looked at Aaron Williams, and I was like, "This kid has got to get out of the slums of wrestling. He's got to get to HWA." We had a 30-minute Iron Man match in West Union, Ohio, and we're going. I'm up like 3 falls. Finally, he hits me. Bam! I take this big back bump. I get up, feet around, charge. I hit the post. As soon as I hit the post, bam! I get myself going nice and good. And then when I turn around and I'm stumbling and the blood's coming, the crowd's like, "Oh yeah, now you got him, man. Now you got him." And then he bam, 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 and then to his credit, 8 seconds left. He RVD jumped up to the top rope, gave me the 5-star frog splash, and the 3 count came at 1 second left. And that place went boom. And it was so worth it because they were standing from his comeback. You know what I mean? Like we did a spot boom, caught him, rolled through, did the Lesnar press, gave him the attitude adjustment. He landed on his feet, turned around and threw a clothesline, turned back around, boom, super kick. The crowd's like going nuts, man. And that was worth it. But there's other times where I was wrestling like, I don't know. I was wrestling like an underneath guy, and Cody'd be like, "Well, I need a hardcore match for this show. Will you do it?" Yeah, okay.
Whose super kick's more friendly between mine and Aaron's? Describe the two.
Here's what I'll describe it real quick because I know we got to transform and go to there. So both of you do it perfectly, and the reason why you do it perfectly is because you both understand that a super kick comes from the hip. It does not. It's not a shoot.
Right.
It's not a karate kick. It is us working together. You're throwing the kick, and I'm running into it at the same time, and then bam, I go down like it looks like a knockout shot.
Right.
So because you understand that, and you're able to turn your hip at the last second, I'm basically just running into your foot, and I'm flat out. And Aaron's is the same way. He turns his hip, and you can see it when he watches matches. You know, he literally turns his hip, and he does it so fast, not to be fresh, but his butt cheek is like right vertical. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
It's like he turns it. It's like almost like a mule kick.
Yeah, he's popping around at the right time.
Perfect moment.
Yeah.
Bam. Get tagged with it. So the answer is you both do it perfectly, but yours is different because you're much taller than
And
he
I have
is.
bigger feet than him,
And
probably.
you have a bigger boot.
I wear boots, you wear shooters. There's a whole,
There's a lot of different. See, this is why you have to learn how to wrestle because you're doing trigonometry on the fly so you don't get knocked out. We'll go pay some bills. We'll be right back.
Stacy, are you wearing yoga pants to go shopping? Oh, we're not going.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
And Big Kev, right here on 1410 ESPN Radio.
We are tired of subject change. I'm Big Kev. He is Ben Camara, and he is Sergeant Ledbetter. But you already know it's time to eat. It's dinner time. So we are sponsored by Swanson Chopped Sirloin Beef.
Oh, man.
Man. Took it back, didn't it?
Yeah. we bought that in the military.
What is that?
We bought that in the military.
Showed it.
We had it in our dorm rooms.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Throw it in the microwave and go.
Throw it in the microwave and then it was all good to go.
Did that have the little, it was in a little container and had the little plastic you'd have to slit?
Yes.
Okay. That's the right one. thinking of that.
Yeah, you had to slit them bad. I think you had to do like 3 slits.
With the fork slits.
Yeah.
I had to use the plastic fork. We didn't have actual real
Yeah,
steel
yeah,
there, but
yeah.
you know.
But them bad boys, man, they had you filled up a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, and they were what, $1?
Yeah, about like $1.
Yeah, a lot of sodium in those though.
Oh,
Looking back, you
ooh,
probably
man.
weren't sitting good with the sodium.
My first week when I went into Haiti, when I come back to America, I had military MREs.
Yeah, those are heavy sodium.
Those are pretty good.
They're
but
not
there
bad.
was
Some of them are real bad. Some of them are real good. It just depends.
There was one with like, it sounds weird, like a brownie powder. You put water in it,
Yeah.
stir it up, and then you put it in the microwave.
Yeah.
And make you a little.
Yeah, you can watch it rise while it's in the microwave. It
Yeah, that was interesting.
swells right up. Yeah.
It's kind of cool. All right, whose turn is it to wine?
It is your turn.
Yep.
Oh God.
Uh-oh. The blood about to boil once again. It's only been fresh out of the truck.
Here's my thing,
Uh-oh.
and this bleeds into the indies.
Oh
Bangs
boy.
must pop.
Wrestling, like movies, like TV, has formulas, and the formulas work, and they've worked for a century. But for whatever reason, be it WWE or AEW or the indies, we look at the formula now. Not we, I'm out. Sorry, bad habit. Been in it for 27 years. They look at the formula now and they're like, well, I'm just going to not do it. And I'm going to try to change things. And it's not, and this is the biggest thing I think they're going to talk behind my back or whatever. He's just some old man shouting at the clouds.
Sure.
He doesn't get it.
Wow.
Reels are where it's at.
The reels are where it's at, huh?
If I was just some old man politicking my way onto a show, and there was 2,000 people in the crowd, and I got an envelope with $600 in it at the end of the night, justifiable to say that about me. Justifiable. The fact that WWE they're tarping off parts of the arena. And it's not just AEW, it's WWE now, and part of that's the ticket pricing. The other part of it is you're deviating from the formula to appeal to the internet audience who's either stealing your show,
Right,
or not paying for live attendance.
True.
And there's not any level of interest beyond, like, let's take she's undeniable. I'm not going to knock her. Rhea Ripley, a star across the board. But what's the meat behind that? There's no meat. She's hot. She's jacked. She can go in the ring. Why should I care? Austin's worst work, his worst in-ring work, was when he was the hottest. But he had the story of fighting his boss, and that carried them to record revenue.
Oh, yeah.
4 years running. Just him versus, and even when he was injured, they took The Rock, slid him right into Austin's spot, did not miss a beat.
right.
It was like, okay, well, now it's Austin's hurt. Now it's Mick Foley versus Vince McMahon. Still winning.
Right.
Oh, Mick Foley's out, retired. We're going to put The Rock in there. Still going. On and on and on and on. And there's nothing on TV that's an interesting conflict or situation. The only thing that they're doing that's old school in the last couple of years that got the most attention is whatever Dominic's doing with the woman in his life.
Pretty much.
That dude he's great. I think he's going to be an all-time great. I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer. But right now, he's a 165-pound D-bag jumping from woman to woman. But it's interesting.
He's going to be a huge baby face.
Huge
At
baby
one
face
point.
eventually.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
But the dude just goes from girl to girl, gets all this, and it's interesting, and it's compelling. But why do they not understand that a big part of the disinterest is I don't have anything to care about anymore?
Yeah, your gripe is they took the soap opera out of wrestling because feelings were getting hurt, essentially.
Yeah, the soap opera piece, but like even just that, like a realistic conflict.
Yeah.
Like a realistic dude A is fighting dude B, and to compensate for that, they just make up a new belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just make up belt number 9,000,
Which is like printing more money,
right?
And
Inflation.
cause the other money to be worth less.
It's almost kind of like a participation trophy.
Yes.
The women's title, women needed their title and the tag belts. They don't need an intercontinental belt. They don't need a United States championship. You can have NXT have a women's championship and a tag championship, a men's championship and a men's tag championship. That's all you need. But instead, we've got 900 belts that don't mean anything because they don't make any sense. And everybody, and again, this trickles down to the indies. We just deal with it before. What are we trying to do? Girl A changes something at the curtain or flat out refuses you, the producer, to do something just because?
Yeah.
Just because?
Wow.
He's a baby face. She's a heel. Now, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
He's a baby face. She's a heel. Classic spot works 100 out of 100 times. She's interfering. We bump the ref. He's got her man in a submission. She dives in the ring. She hits him. He no-sells it. Squares up with her. What's the crowd chanting at that point? Knock her out. Punch her in the face. Whatever. They want to see her get hit because they've seen the interference.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as Captain America here, is he going to deck a woman?
Not at all.
She's going to swing a slap. He's going to catch it. Put up the fist like he's going to hit her. Hit that correct.
Right.
Should I give her a shot? She's begging off. Turns her over a knee. Gives her one good spank. Boom. She sells her tush like it's on fire. Rolls to the floor. Not sexual, and it keeps Captain America.
Give her a spanking like her daddy should have did years ago.
That's right.
I'm not saying that.
No, not a sexual.
We're saying it, and her daddy should have did it.
Yeah.
It's a comedy spot that always works, and it's always good, and it keeps the baby face a baby face.
And it's relatable to the crowd.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to, because look, when it comes to a man punching a woman, I don't think it should ever happen.
No.
Intergender wrestling, we can debate that on another show. But a man close fist punching a woman should never happen
At all.
because people go home to that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he's the baby face and the good guy giving a good swat and her selling it like Wile E. Coyote
Right.
is funny. And it makes him funny and relatable. It doesn't make him that he just close fist decked a woman in the face in the middle of the ring.
Right.
But we have people on the indies and even on TV that are just like, well, I can't be put with anybody but my real life significant other.
Wow.
And I tell them in training, it doesn't matter if you're together or not. Until you're the only person that you should be single until you're with someone on the show. Look at Ronnie Garvin and Precious and Baby Doll. It was a Baby Doll. No, Sunshine. Sunshine, Precious, Ronnie Garvin. Garvin is married to Sunshine.
Yep.
But he worked best
against her.
You're
right.
With her enemy. And Garvin and Precious had better chemistry. And they're hanging all over each other and they're kissing on each other. And Ronnie Garvin's real life wife is right there. To my knowledge, they're still married.
Well, look at Macho Man with Sherry
Yes.
shooting with Elizabeth.
Yes.
And they're together.
Yeah. Same thing.
But it created the drama because when you finally get Miss Elizabeth to jump the rail and get in the ring and grab Sherry, there's grown men weeping in the audience.
Yeah, everybody was crying.
You had a year and a half of Macho being possessed by this devil woman and breaking up with the sweet Southern belle, Miss Elizabeth, the symbol of purity and decency, to go with this evil witch. And finally the spell's broken. And you have a crowd. People are crying and jumping up and down. It was one of the best WrestleMania moments on all time. But you couldn't have it if you had people with egos.
Yep. And that's all it is. Just ego.
And that's why it's not that it's unwatchable now, because there's a lot of great matches, but they're matches that I don't care about.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
Yep.
The matches don't mean anything anymore.
Like with Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Like Lyra has all the tools it takes. She's cute, she's got a body, she can work. Give me something to care about there. You talk about how they're best friends. Give me some more meat on that bone.
Right.
More like another underdog story or something like that too.
Yeah.
Well, they don't layer enough now.
Right.
They just they go straight to the matches and then it's over. And they think that that's enough, and it's not. We want to invest emotionally.
Yes.
You can't really invest emotionally in a match unless you care about the wrestlers.
Yeah. Think about, and this is one of your dudes and one of my dudes, because I think it's one of great. Think about Zeus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude who never wrestled before.
Yeah.
He looked incredible.
Jack.
Hogan and Beefcake and everybody he worked with had to humble themselves to sell for this outsider like he was a murder, like an uncaged psychopathic murderer.
Yeah.
Right? And they're selling for this guy to make him look like he's just this unstoppable monster.
Right.
Of course, they eventually gets his comeuppance, which was the story back then, but the ego now doesn't allow for something like that, or I don't know.
You know what I'd like to see with Zeus, and I know that this is probably I thought it was perfect, but I would have still liked to seen him have a squash match at some point.
Yeah,
but against somebody that could not against a guy who couldn't do anything. Give him a Barry Horowitz or somebody who's comparable.
You know who would have been the dude?
Who?
Tugboat.
You, the original Geek.
Tugboat would have been, because he said he was such a children's character.
Yeah.
And if Zeus would have brutalized him.
Duggan.
Yeah. Duggan would have been great.
If he was Duggan could have kept it held his own, but also, if you squashed Duggan, that was a big deal back
Right.
then.
Yeah. It was like Hogan, Macho, and then Duggan.
Yeah.
Right. As far as like the baby faces.
He beat up Piper. Piper wasn't doing no jobs for anybody.
No. But I guess my point is where I get the aneurysm is because I see so many opportunities.
Oh yeah.
So many. And it's so simple. And just for ego or whatever other purpose it is.
Well, they're trying to shotgun. The shows are too soon.
Yep.
And that's what I was saying earlier. You don't have time to layer this stuff out because you got a PLE. And you got to have a match on PLE.
And then the basement marks are complaining about how there's too many promos on the show. No, that's how you do it.
Yeah, run-ins and promos is how you set up matches.
Right. For the PLE.
Matches don't always set up other matches. Yes, it can, but it has to be. We have to be invested in that character.
If you want that, not you, but if the fans want that puro experience, Japan, there's all Japan, there's New Japan, there's all kinds of different 01, there's all kinds of different products that are Japanese where you can see that, where you see dude A in orange tights versus dude B in blue tights punch each other for real.
Fighting spirit.
There's all that stuff that's out there. Don't watch WWE because that's not the American style. Right. Or go watch Lucha or whatever you want to watch. But in America, the fans have to care or they're not going to participate.
I was watching Lucha. I sent you a clip.
Yeah, Lucha. It was good. That was good. I thought I was watching a god tier version of Rey Mysterio in that match, but
sadly, Skuro and Wyatt.
It was good.
It was real good.
So I got two things for y'all real quick. Tyler said he wanted to be one of the chiefs of the party. He said,
okay,
ring positioning, like people pinning in corners, working background to background instead of background to foreground, or mid. Yeah,
not working the hard
not
game.
working hard.
Save it for next week, Tyler.
Well, no, he brings up a good point though.
Because you just layered a whole show.
Yeah, you just we'll dig deeper into that. But like, not every show has a hard cam, but most of them
Right.
do. If they're not working a hard cam, they should be rotating around each side of the ring.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there. But he's right. There's just that's a wrestling training thing.
Yes.
And we can have a whole show about cheese and wine about how bad wrestling training is now. But why do you think that fundamentally? Do you think that we just got so bad in the last generation? And by that I mean 05 to 2011. That was just such a horrible time for wrestling. I'll even bump it up to 2016. 05 to 16. That was such a bad 10 years in wrestling that now people in the business just don't even know what to do anymore.
It's a whole nother show.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Can I, since we're short on time, can I put my trivia out there?
I was about to say, yeah.
I got you fired up.
Because
Let's do
the World
question.
Series is going on.
Let's do it.
And my
Sorry.
Blue Jays are hopefully going to wrap this up tomorrow night against the Dodgers. The Yankees have the all-time longest World Series game winning streak of 14. It obviously has ended. They've lost multiple games since then in the World Series. Who has the current active longest World Series game winning streak?
The Detroit Tigers.
I
And
want to say the Mariners. That's wrong.
they've never appeared in a World Series.
It's never appeared. That works.
So there's a 0. Any guess on this?
I say you like Henry.
Astros.
Kenner needs to know this.
Astros.
If Kenner's listening, he should be instantly.
Justin Kenner. Who is it?
It is not the Astros.
Is it American League or
Dodgers?
It is a National League. Dodgers is obviously not. They lost last night.
Cardinals?
No,
National League?
I don't know.
I want to say the Red.
it is the Reds.
It is.
They have won 9 straight World Series games dating back to 1975
Wow.
when they won Game 7 to win the World Series. Then in 76, they swept. So that's 5 games in a row. Then they swept the A's in 90 for 9 games in a row, and they have not been back to the World Series since to continue that streak.
Wow.
So that is a pending 9-game winning streak, which is the longest current active winning streak in World Series baseball history. We may not see that streak continued in our lifetimes because that means the Reds would have to make it back to the World Series. But
Tigers are on the come up, though. They are. Can't deny it.
everything,
Got to
everything can't always circle back to Detroit.
Sure it does.
No,
How'd you get here today?
I didn't go through Detroit. I can tell
How'd you
that.
get here today?
I drove a
Drove
Nissan,
what?
which is not from Detroit.
Where was the automobile invented? Did you drive on paved road? Yes, you did.
You know why,
Invented
you know
in
why
Detroit.
pavement was invented in Detroit? You
Yeah.
ever been on them roads? They had to invent
They
something.
invented them to test out the vehicles.
Yeah,
And
because
one
their
is bigger
roads
than
are
them.
horrible.
It's true because they've been in existence for 200 years. Anyways, back to the greatest.
Next thing you know, oxygen was invented in Detroit.
How'd you know?
Yeah. Oh, better made chips.
Yep.
I had some of those at
Yeah.
lunch today. Those are excellent.
Yep.
Man.
There it is.
And the licorice is excellent.
There you go.
I will put the better made stuff over. I appreciate that.
There you go.
Chips up in the bad boys are like last week.
Burners. There you go. So good, right?
Burner
Sure.
Fago came from there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Fago.
It's good though. Red Pop, man. Kev, tell
Man, that red pop, that'll get
Red
you
pop.
right.
them. Right.
That'll get you right.
It's good stuff.
That's a hood thing. I don't like it. Fago's a hood
Here's the
thing.
thing. It's a good alcohol mixer. It's a good
True
alcohol.
story.
I'm gonna find out in about 20 minutes. Anyways, I hate wrestling. I quit. I am gonna finish up my dates though, so people can't talk worse about me than they already do.
Yeah, we got a big
Uh,
fans bring the weapons match coming up. Are you going to
do
participate?
I
I
have-
haven't heard word on that. You're booked,
I quit though.
but you're booked.
You have these booked, pal.
Yeah,
Do you have a trampoline and some weights?
I got some budgies for you if you
Yeah.
want to put a little air in
No,
the
I
tires.
want to wait to get booked. I want to jump on the trampoline and do the curls.
But you quit.
That's
You-
true. Denim is not answering my messages, so I don't know what his deal is. So I guess we'll see.
He's a busy man. He's got a
yeah,
woman now.
He's got a woman now. Yeah. That's a
boy.
downfall of every great promoter. All right. Yeah. Or lack thereof. It's extremely PP, right? It's extreme PP. All right. We love each and every one of you. Join us next week where we will have referee Tyler Crow live here in the studio in Dayton, Ohio. He's going to talk to us about the training, the trials, and travails of being a referee in professional wrestling.
Wait, one word of media too?
You want to bring back one word of mania?
Bring it back.
We got a guest. We got to bring it back.
Gotta bring it back.
We haven't guessed him forever.
True story.
So we got to bring back one word of mania, Kev. All right, one word of mania. Tyler Crow next week. We love each and every one of you. Thanks for tuning in, Kev.
Peace.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life